Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Business of Sports Tourism podcast. Boy, it feels good to say that again. We haven't done this in a
Gang
minute.
is back.
Um,
We're back,
we
baby.
are back and better than ever. We got all four of us. Man, it is. It's been a minute. We've got our friend Cassie Pawson from Fort Worth. We've got
Nailed
Cherie
it.
in Spokane, and
Oh,
we've got newly married Ben Snyder, my man. You've got a lot of updating to do for the crowd here
Yeah. Hey, man.
because you've had an exciting last 2 months.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Actually, 3 months. I don't want to throw it out there how long we haven't done a podcast, but yeah, it was actually hitting the 3 month mark tomorrow. So, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, we finally said I do, and have had a wonderful. We had a wonderful wedding in Palisade, Colorado, right next to Grand Junction. So everything went smoothly, and yeah, it's married life. It's great.
More importantly, y'all are still married, correct?
We are, we are still married. Yes,
Okay.
it's
All
been
right.
good. We actually, spring is our busy season, so we didn't really get a full honeymoon. We did a quick getaway to Miami, which was really fun. South Beach, highly recommend going there. Just, all the food, the culture, it's fun. Um, yeah. Anyway,
I recommend going to South. Thank you. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Miami has been begging for that endorsement for years, and for that ringing endorsement, they should be paying me.
all right. So I know there's multiple styles of South Beach. This was a very good boutique hotel, couple blocks from the beach, great restaurants, great walking around, phenomenal people watching. We'll say that for sure. But no, we had a good trip. But we're looking at potentially a bigger official honeymoon later this fall, maybe a little place. I don't know if that's down under New Zealand. Is that considered down under? Or is that just Australia?
oh,
So
that's a
It's
bucket list of
close.
mine.
yeah. Yeah, I would invite you, but I don't think I would. I would be. I don't think
No,
that'd be allowed.
no.
So
Well,
Well, he didn't get invited to the wedding, so why,
that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I knew it was coming, Cassie. I appreciate. It. I appreciate it. Let's get it
yeah.
over with.
Real burn, real burn.
Yeah.
I was about to
So
say, Ben, I was really hoping you were going to come back and say that y'all are planning a big trip down to Teams in Birmingham in October. But
well, so I'm from Lancaster County, and the Amish, when they get married, they do like a 3 week honeymoon around to see all their friends in their community. So I'll just expand that. We'll do a
Yes.
trip around to see all my friends around the country. So we'll come down to Huntsville, head over to Fort Worth, and then head up to Spokane.
Yes, and then you can fly out to New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. That right up to New Zealand from there. So, but
there's a nonstop from Spokane to Auckland. And you're only in the city for like 18 hours.
yeah, sounds good.
But I think before you got married, we saw you in Vegas and for some pretty important news, and you walked away for your 2 days. You were in for a hot moment to accept a pretty phenomenal award. Tell us about getting Sports Commission of the Year.
Yeah, thank you. No, yeah, it was a big week for this guy. Yeah, I went into Sports ETA, brought my staff member Sam Smith with me, and we were hoping, and ended up winning Sports Commission of the Year for populations under 500,000. So honestly, really was a huge compliment to receive that, and had some great conversations. And again, I shout out to like what John David is doing with Sports ETA. There's just a new energy there, and again, it's been growing steadily. But for him coming in after COVID and just the growth that we've had, I don't know how many nominations are getting, but I know awards, board member requests. There's people are involved in the industry much more than they've been before. So it was obviously a huge compliment. We're excited to bring that back to Grand Junction, and honestly, it feels kind of like validation for the work that we've been doing, just to be recognized and have that award in front of your peers is always a great feeling. And sadly, that was not the biggest event of the week. So did get that, came back and got married, and will go down as a week for the ages. So
Did you take the trophy to the ceremony?
it was sitting on the bridal party table. Absolutely, I did
Okay.
not.
Just like,
I did
oh,
not, but I
come
did
on.
take.
We're missing a
Wait.
great opportunity here. It's all
It
about
was written down in
branding.
the guest book. All of
Well,
us were
so
there in spirit.
yeah, exactly. I told Sam who was taking the rest of the meetings, is just walk up, drop that on the table, and say, "Here, this is who we are," kind of thing for the rest
do
of
we
the
need
meetings. But
do we need to say more?
Yeah, exactly. Do I need to say more? But no, we've tried to take full advantage of that recognition, especially locally. Which, I mean, I'm sure we all have the same challenge of we know that we're putting in the effort, we're doing all the work, and still feel sometimes we feel slighted by our local community. So it was good to really get that local recognition, especially as well, just to be able to elevate kind of the work that we're doing here. So
Well, now in your bio, you get to say we are officially an award-winning sports commission.
yeah.
So,
Trust me.
once you won, you're done.
I think my board's sick of hearing about it, but hey, we're gonna keep using it until someone else is voted in. So
Better be in your
I mean-
signature, Ben. Better be in your email signature.
pretty sure
You're
it is.
never not a winner. Like
What?
you don't have to take it out when somebody else wins.
That's true. Yeah.
Keep that year
Sports
in there.
Commission of the Year. 10 years ago, it doesn't matter. It's still Sports
There
Commission
you
of the Year.
Right. Once you're a mayor, you're always the mayor, right?
That's
Once
true.
you're the
That's true.
president,
That's
you're
right.
always
Exactly.
you know.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for the shout out, Sheree. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was obviously really humbling to receive that, and excited for what we got coming down the line here in Grand Junction. But yeah, that's my update. Let's pass the torch.
Well, so kind of giving everybody a little look behind the scenes. So the summer of George has been going on for all of us this summer. For those who get the Seinfeld reference, it's been a wild and crazy time for all of us, which is why it's taken us a minute to get a podcast back together. So we want to kind of catch everybody up a little bit on some stuff that's going on. Cassie, you guys have had a little soccer event run through your neck of the woods here lately. I mean, it's been crazy watching this thing go across the country. But having the World Cup in your neck of the woods has been fun to watch.
Yeah, no, it's been incredible. We had 9 matches where we're at, and seeing the world just show up. When you think about your career and events you want to participate in, I feel like a lot of sport people have this on their bucket list. And I was not exempt from that. And I think a lot of the people that were on this event could say the same thing. But how it all came together was nothing short of incredible. I mean, you got to see people with so much pride for their teams and their nations, and it was just a whole nother level. And I mean, for me, who has not been at Olympics, this was unlike something I've ever seen. And we saw so many travelers, excuse me, from other countries. We saw locals rally around a local brand that we put out, our Howdy brand that Visit Fort Worth put out, just to really roll out the red carpet and welcome everybody. I've not seen our city rally around something like that too. And there's things that we are taking from that event and we're adding it to other events and other conferences, etc. There's so many learning things that are coming out of this event and what we can all take forward. And I think we are all going to become better for it. But while we were in the middle of it, there were multiple times that I just had to stand there in a drove of people and say, oh my gosh, this is what sports is all about. This is what experiences and why we do what we do on this level, and down to the grassroots things that we do. This is why we do what we do, and it was really a great reminder of that. And I was blessed to be part of what I was a part of, and I think the United States showed what it can do. I think it's going to be a great opportunity and liftoff for LA, because I think the United States as a country, changed a lot of perspectives for a variety of different nations that were kind of thinking one way about the United States, specifically the people of the United States. And that's, again, something we're impacting on a variety of different levels.
Um,
Cassie,
I was about so I want to ask this real quick, a soccer tangent question. How many of your cities had a watch party event? Cherie, I think you guys did. Ben, did y'all do like a watch party or something in Grand Junction?
we also hosted Egypt too, which was pretty incredible
Okay.
to, and they actually rallied
Yeah.
and went pretty far within the tournament. But yeah, it was a great opportunity to be a part of it, but obviously not as intricate as what Cassie was tied to it. But Cassie, you got to be in person and watch a phenomenal match with Messi. Give us a little, yeah, I mean, the GOAT. I mean, let's talk about that for just a hot minute.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible to see. I mean, right after he scored his goal, um, ESPN came across the wire and was like, "This is going to be one of those sports moments that you think about you were where when." And I can say I was lucky enough to be there, and um, the feel of that stadium. I would argue not only just with Argentina, but every match that I attended. That is normally a football stadium, right? And now you had soccer fans in there, and the energy was unlike any football game I've been to. I would say that. So it was really electric. You could just feel kind of the effervescence of everyone around that was just excited to be there, and it was definitely one of those life moments that you think back to.
That's awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. I got to watch. So we were driving across the country for junior golf, and so we had a pit stop in Lawrence, Kansas, and they had a watch party, and it shut down Massachusetts Avenue. Which, if you know anything about Lawrence, Kansas, that's like the strip of for University of Kansas, and the party atmosphere, the vibe, everybody in the community coming out, going to the restaurants and bars. We went to a pizza place, and it was really cool to see the outpouring of people kind of rallying around the U.S. I think it was when they played Bosnia, to come out and watch the team and support them. And then we hosted a couple watch parties here in Huntsville. It was fun to watch and be a part of. Being part of that. The one thing I'm disappointed in is that, and I will now, if we ever host the World Cup again, I will make it a point to get the Scotland team here, because what they did in Boston was absolutely phenomenal to watch. That was a show, and
Yeah.
forget the soccer. I wanted to watch the fans and see how they interacted. The videos that came out of that were amazing to watch.
They cleared out some pubs from beer, right? Like they drank them.
They
truly
drank Boston dry. They literally
Yeah.
drank Boston dry.
Well, was it? I think it was a Scotland fan too. There was a story coming out of, I think it was Alabama, that they went to some diner, and the restaurant owner was like, "Oh no, meals on us," and they were so taken aback and so appreciative. But I think that was one of your Alabamians.
It was
That,
one that there was the German guy who's made his way around the country through the World Cup. He
Yeah.
had gone to Auburn for the Argentina match before the pre-World Cup match, and so it's one of those things. And kudos to Anthony and our friends down on the plains in Auburn for taking Jordan Hare Stadium and turning that into a soccer stadium for a day, and bringing the world to Alabama, because we've got two stadiums that could even think about hosting a World Cup match. And I got a feeling Tuscaloosa couldn't, because of just the dimensions. But being able to do that in Jordan Hare and bringing the world to Alabama, that was a massive opportunity, not just for Auburn, but for our state. So it's fun to see these little things that kind of pop up out of this that were huge for cities across the country from that standpoint.
yeah, there's great stories coming out of it.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. All right, switching gears. You talked a little bit about John David, and I gotta hit, go back to Sports ETA for a second. The job that they are doing is phenomenal. It's been we had John David in here to talk about sports tourism and the impact it makes in Alabama here at the governor's conference last week, and what the energy, the vibe he provides, and being able to arm us with the data to go help foster these conversations. It's truly impressive, and we can't say enough glowing things about it. I think that's the big thing that the takeaway I got out of our governor's conference, as we had our little 1 hour presentation about sports. It was the impact it can make in getting, not just, we talk a lot about sports tourism, but getting tourism decision makers to understand there's a foundation of tourism everywhere, and sports is one of the biggest pieces of that foundation. And being able to kind of tell that story, I think, was really fun and eye-opening to a lot of people in that room who've never really thought of sports tourism that way before.
Yeah. And I mean, he's come to spoke at Colorado's government conference. He spoke to my board specifically. Like, he is on the road willing to do that, and that's just such a huge lift and assist for so many of us. So I know you guys had him in Alabama, but he's doing that regularly, and that's just, like, again, truly appreciative of that effort, because that's above and beyond. So
Completely. I mean, that's a game changer for us. Cherie, what's happening in Spokane? You guys have been busy this summer too.
Well, yeah, we have. I mean, we did a summer of soccer campaign, kind of riding off of, what Cassie was doing there in Fort Worth, not to the extent. I mentioned we hosted Egypt. Our team did a phenomenal job hosting a fan fest. In conjunction, we were hosting judo. We just got done hosting karate. So it's been no easy feat, but probably the biggest news coming out of Spokane is I am leaving the industry and I am taking a job as a pharmaceutical rep. So complete 180, but I am incredibly grateful for my 10 plus years with Spokane Sports and the growth and the opportunity that it has given me. And I am truly, truly fortunate to have worked with not just amazing colleagues, but to the people that I call friends. And you guys certainly have been a part of that. And to all the NGBs out there and all the friends that I've been a part of and associated with for the past 10 years, it has been amazing and incremental to the growth of myself, but also to Spokane. So,
guys, get your signs up. Get your signs up, guys.
Wow.
It's not showing up.
Breaking news here on the show today. Wow, look at this.
Congrats, Cherie. Proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, it just, I feel like it was very serendipitous. It kind of landed in my lap, and for my family, and just taking another step forward. It just felt like the right time and the right opportunity. And like I said, I am just truly incredibly grateful for just everything that Spokane Sports has given me, but just the industry holistically as well. So I just want to say thank you guys. It did not come easy, but I think it is very rewarding to know that I have not just clients, but friendships through this all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I'm conflicted because, I love you and I love what you have done for this industry. And obviously we are friends beyond this industry. You're one of the first people to hold my second born. And so that will obviously, our relationship will continue. But I think that this is an important piece, like you said it. It's been part of your growth, but I think you have made this industry better. You have been so welcoming with your time, with your offering to other people, your openness to have conversations with so many people that are younger than you, but also in different markets. You're always open to having the conversation of educating, but you also open your ears and you're always listening. And so this industry has lost somebody that has been absolutely incredible for it. And I think rights holders would stand behind me as well as destinations in that. And so I think we owe you a ginormous thank you for everything you have done. And so, like I said, I'm trying not to cry right now, but I love you. And I think that, you know, so excited for you, but at the same time, this industry owes you a lot, as does Spokane Sports. So, you know that you have made an impact, and I think that for all of us, that's something that we all think about is like, what is the legacy that I'm leaving? What is the impact that I am leaving? And I hope you understand that it's not just the events, it's the people that and how you made them feel, and you've done that better than anybody that I know. So.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Very, very accurate, Cass. Great words. And yeah, Sheree, so excited for the next chapter for you. But yeah, you've left such a huge mark on the industry that will never be replaced. But obviously, we are friends for life, and thank you for everything you've done. Favorite Sheree story? Let's go around real quick. Mine's from, I think, 2017 in Orlando, coming back from a bar late at night. I was not in a good headspace. Sheree was the best person to lead on, and A, physically got me back to where I needed to be, but also B, just as a great friend, listened and provided the support I needed. So that stands out. Again, I can't say how many drinks I may have had that evening, but it was a great memory that I will never forget. So appreciate you.
The start of a blossoming friendship.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I'm excited to announce too. We're going to start the Business of Drug Dealing podcast with Sheree Quinn.
We've talked about that, Joel. That is not going to fly with the with the public airwaves.
You don't think so? I mean, I drove through Ozark on the way home from Nebraska. So I picked up a few tips from my good friend Marty Bird. I feel like I'm in a good spot to really help Sheree foster her career now.
That's funny.
This is going to be awesome.
I think for me...
Go ahead, Cassie.
I think for me, I think, gosh, it sears into my brain of when I first met you, and we were at a conference, and we were just sitting down talking to each other, and it was one of the after hours things. I feel like terrible that I can't remember the name of the place, but I remember like the inside of it. It was like it was a brewery / distillery that we were at, and we were just sitting there talking, and we had like seen each other in like different circles, but like not really had a conversation before. And then next thing I knew, we were on this couch, this leather like couch, and we ended up talking for hours. And like it turns out, we had so many things in common from life, and since then we've had so many life things, and you and I feel like have leaned on each other professionally, but also personally. And so I always remember that of having that moment when I walked away from that conversation, like, okay, this is somebody that is different and is going to be in my life well beyond any professional professional dealings. And that was really exciting for me. And for people that don't know, on this podcast, we talk, I feel like, almost every day, if not today. So I remember that. And then I think from a career standpoint too, I just remember what you were able to do in Paris, how you brought that knowledge back for all of us of what that was. I think just watching you in your element and do that, and that was exciting for me. That was exciting that to get to see you do that and get to experience that and bring all of that back to us, as the world gets ready to see the United States host. But I love that you took that opportunity and were able to connect with so many people while on that trip. And I'm sure rights holders have their different moments with you as well. So, but professionally, personally, those were some of my great memories.
I gotta love the purple solo cups in Huntsville. All of us team leaders.
My favorite
Taking the
memory
chance
is
for
enlisting
Joel.
all of one of
Aces.
my favorite memories is still enlisting everybody as chaperones for the uh, dine and
Yeah.
roving dinner we did in
Yeah.
downtown Huntsville.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh,
fantastic.
I completely forgot I don't know how I forgot this, but that we connect when we ended up in that little like Londoner bar, and like next thing I have a picture of it for everybody that I will send after this of
That's
Cherie
funny.
and Milwaukee Brewers, like a button down Hawaiian, there may have been a couple of espresso martinis that had been consumed prior to that, and it was I had sent it home with Cherie because it was something I think I had gotten or you had gotten. And then next thing I know, next present that we sent to each other for some Christmas or something, this shirt is in the bottom of this box. And she's like, "Oh, I thought you should have this." I'm like, "Good God!" Like, so I have the shirt I think somewhere.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, we're going to miss you at the shows, but you're more than welcome to come back to the show anytime you want. Um, as you know, the scheduling of these are always fun. So don't worry. We will continue to add you to these text chains to make sure that we can figure out the time zones of what
Yeah.
what time we're going to do these these
How about you
things.
take me
So
as the spectator, and I'll come in from the lens of the fan, and
Oh, there you go.
I won't be
Yeah.
so much the host city, but also as the parent too, because
There you
my
go.
kids are now fully integrated into, I think, about every club sport, or at least one club sport each, but very integrated into the sports world. So I am not leaving sports. I am just taking a different segment of sports, and that would be full-time mom spectator.
That's funny.
you get to shift over to the other side of this, and having gotten to experience that over the last month with Stevens Golf. Holy crap! This is wild. Um, we played in a AJGA qualifier, one round, 18-hole lottery ticket, essentially. With There were four international kids in the field, and I was like, "How on earth?" And one of the kids that Stephen played with was from India, really nice young man, and his mom was fantastic. She was a golfer, and we're like, "Y'all flew from India to
Jeez.
play one round in a
Wow.
qualifier?" Oh yeah, he came and saw his coach and some other. And we're like, "Holy crap!" Like the amount of it's the one thing that just kind of reminds me. And Sheree, I know you do this too. We are going to spend whatever it takes for our kids to achieve to have a shot at their dreams, right? And it's the
Absolutely.
one thing that youth sports is always going to be there, because mom and dad are going to do whatever it takes to give little Johnny or little Susie an opportunity to chase their dreams.
That is the most rewarding part of being a parent.
It is. It is until they three putt the first three holes, and then you quickly realize that oh shit, we've got 14-hour drive back, and we definitely do not have to worry about going to Philadelphia to play in the national championship anymore. So,
Hey, Joel, I'm hearing like complaints here about traveling 14 hours where somebody else you just said flew from India. So like, tamp it down. Like you're good.
I at least was hoping we were going to make it to to the fourth hole with a chance to compete for it. I didn't know we were going to pull the ripcord on hole three, but um, and the irony of this thing is, so I'll wrap this up. Stephen bogeys the first three holes. He's nervous, he's anxious, and normally he's a really good putter. He three putts the first three holes, so now he's just in a horrible headspace. He then hits one, gets the first par three, and almost makes a hole in one. And I'm like, what the heck is going? It's just kids, youth sports. It's just if they would just listen to us and take the few bits of sage wisdom that we have to offer and truly
That would be
incorporate it into
growing
their
if
life,
they actually listen to us.
That's
that
a,
would be amazing, wouldn't it?
that sounds like a sticks played out real life for you there, Joel.
Uh, it did. It did. It did.
That's funny.
It was. It's been. I will say it's been fun to see him grow, both in sports, but also as a person over the last. And he's done. There's been a massive amount of growth over the last 3 months. So it's been really fun to see that. And then we did a campus tour at the University of Kansas, and now he's got that potentially in the back of his mind as somewhere to go. And I'm like, fantastic. 12-hour trips to go see you at college. Great. Look forward to that.
And
So,
it's not a very scenic route. I mean, as somebody who is in that area now, Kansas City, obviously wonderful. We all know Kathy Nelson and her team do a wonderful job, and that city is pretty great. But, KU is in Lawrence, so you're gonna, that'd be
there's
fun
multiple routes.
driving across to Kansas. It's pretty flat, so you can see all the way of where you're going.
You can see a lot, and I'll be. It's going to be a long time before I drive through the state of Missouri again. After making my contribution to looking at paperwork here, St. Charles, St. Peter's, Missouri, um, paid. Thank you.
That almost looks like a
Did you
speeding
just
ticket,
give them
Joel.
cash on the road? Is that how that
Does
works?
it?
Cash on the road and it doesn't go on your record?
Yeah, unfortunately, that I can't label that as a snack.
Hold that ticket up there. It looks like it's kind of been chewed on, spit out, maybe. Your
it's from the
frustration must
printer
have
in
been.
the
Look at
car.
that. Yeah,
So,
look.
so it was a quiet ride home because Stephen three
Oh,
putted, or because we got pulled over.
Joel got it. Speed.
This is on the way. This is on the way to the tournament.
No wonder he
gotcha.
was rattled, the poor kid.
You're the responsible party.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's
hold
on you,
Tap the
Joel.
brakes. Tap the brakes here for a second, gang. We spent the night in St. Louis. Okay. We leave St. Louis, and I realized, oh crap, I booked a hotel room in Nebraska. We're playing in Beatrice, Nebraska, population 13,000. Okay.
I know Beatrice
I
well.
realized I had booked a hotel room for that night and the next night. And I was like, oh crap, because we had thought about stopping in Kansas City. That was a swing and a miss. So I was like, well, to heck with it. We're going to drive all the way to Beatrice. Let's go ahead, check in. Because we're staying at the nicest hotel in Beatrice, Holiday Inn, Express, and Suites. We are bougie as we possibly can be on this. And so I realize I've got God knows how many hours behind the wheel. And half of Missouri is a construction zone on the interstate. And I got dinged for going like 20 over, but I was stuck behind tractor trailers, and I finally got a clear spot, and the cop was just sitting right there. So, and I was taking a guy had called he was calling me for a call we had scheduled right as I got pulled over. So the next 4 hours, it was really quiet until we got to Raising Cane's outside Kansas City. So, and let me also say, I gotta give a plug here. Beatrice, Nebraska, if you've never been there, they have a world-class golf course. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how. It's unbelievable. Great golf course. If the city still exists after the 4th of July, though, that will be impressive. Because there were, for 13,000 people, there were 4 tractor trailers full of fireworks, selling them at either a church, a bank, or just a random parking lot. And I'm like, this city is not, there won't be any corn this year because it will all be exploded on the 4th of July. It was
Listen,
unbelievable.
there is nothing like, in terms of Nebraska. you're gonna set off fireworks. You're gonna maybe set some stuff on fire. That's just part of it, you know. Some people call that a controlled burn, Joel. Like, so it's fine. Everything's fine. Like,
We have to keep the volunteer firefighters employed.
Oh, yeah. These guys are going to be busy as heck. On top of it, you walk up to Beatrice Country Club and they say it's the home of the shotgun blast. And we're like, what the heck's the shotgun blast? Well, we're on the driving range practicing, and all of a sudden you just hear this gun going off, just everywhere. And we're like, what the heck? So there's a guy down the street, and if there's like a living creature that crawls onto his property, he's got a 12 gauge just blowing it, trying to blow it away. So all of a sudden, there's just random times during the day you just hear a shotgun blast. We're like, what the heck? So
That's funny.
it was a great trip. It was a great trip. We got to see a lot of cornfields. Got to eat a lot of Raising Cane's. Shout out to our new corporate sponsor, Raising Cane's. We need to. I may be quitting to go start a Raising Cane's here in Alabama. Those things are ridiculously good. So,
well, what you're missing, Joel? You haven't done this yet, but you take the bread. You ask for extra bread, and then you make it into a sandwich, and then you put the Raising Cane's on it, and then you go to town. So, like, highly recommend.
I will add that to the arsenal on the next trip to Nashville to get a Raising Cane's. But I also I got to give a shout out to our good friend of the show, Eric Olson. He came over and caddied for Steven because the USGA has a rule where your parents can't caddy for you, which probably would have been good because after the second 3-putt, I would have lost my crap on Steven.
Did you know about that before you got there, or did you find that out and then you had to call Eric, say, hey, bro, come on up?
No, we knew, being the rules official that I am for golf, I was looking through the notice of players and some, because when you get to the USGA championship, certain things change. And one of the rules for the junior amateur is that you cannot have your parents cannot caddy for you. And I was like, you can have a caddy. It's optional. And if you do, it can't be your parents. I was like, okay, got it. Fantastic. So,
Next best person, Eric.
Yeah.
correct. I gave Steven an opportunity to see if one of his buddies would want to come with us or whatever. None of them, surprisingly, wanted to be in the car with us for a week and drive across America.
Weird.
So, we took up Eric, and he did a great job. Him and Steven hit it off. They had a good time. And I told him, I was like, just know if he qualifies, you're going to have to go to Pennsylvania with us.
That's funny.
But we quickly got rid of that. So, but it's fun to see the number of kids. I mean, but it's a testament to what sports tourism is. It's Beatrice, Nebraska. It's a population of 13,000 people, and there's this world championship golf course, and every hotel in that city is filled for a week for a one-round junior golf qualifier. And so it was really cool to see that come around. And one of the kids that beat Steven he made it to the second round of the tournament. So it's kind of fun to now watch these kids that are playing at a completely high level go shine on a national stage now. All right, what else do we have to cover, guys? What else is out there bouncing around? That we
NCAA bids, my friends.
Oh, hey, Cherie, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, Sheree, give us the inside scoop now. Let's go. Let's hear.
Yeah,
That's I think that's probably lingering on everyone's minds, right? The portal's supposed to be opening up here in a week or so, maybe. I mean, actually, I haven't seen any communication, but
yeah. I think
that-
that's gonna be a fun adventure for everybody. And it feels like
I've never had it before. Like, And I mean, Joel, you've probably been a part of more than us on this podcast, but like I've been through, I think this will be my fourth NCAA bid cycle, and I am excited to see the changes that the NCAA is implementing with regards to the bid portal. It's supposed to be a whole brand new bid portal. The communication I wish was a little bit more free flowing, because I think we're all kind of waiting with holding our breath of like, okay, what is this going to be? How long do we have? I think that's the other thing, because it's been indicated that the timing will be truncated, where normally we've had 4 months. It could vary anywhere between 30 and 60 days, and so not only do we have to learn potentially a whole brand new system, but we have to get our stuff in line a lot quicker. And so it's going to be a time. I'm hopeful, at this point, since we haven't heard anything, that there might be an announcement coming soon of like they've pushed it back a little bit. Because let me say, I would love to have that kind of put out there so that I could take a little bit of a vacation and be like, okay, I don't have to jump right in. But I'll be also transparent with everybody on this podcast, which I'm sure you all have been doing the same thing, is, we've been prepping for this for months, already having the conversations, already moving things forward, knowing that that time was going to be truncated. And so it's just a matter of when do we get to see everything. So it's going to be interesting. I agree, Joel, on what this is going to play out to be and what the timeline is. So I think we're all kind of sitting, waiting, watching, and interested to see how it all plays out.
This is the 20th anniversary of my first NCAA championship bid.
Wow.
We had just hosted the first and second rounds in Jacksonville, and had to turn around like literally. It was like a month and a half later. We got awarded the first and second rounds for 2010, and we were like, all right, because our biggest fear was we were going to get it in 06 and never get it again. But then we got it in 10, and we're like, okay, now we're able to get this thing really going. So
Just getting that foot in the door, really. It's that initial, once you get in, then it's like, okay, you're a trusted host, you're a brand, and I think it certainly, that leverage helps.
the biggest thing is, and we've been able to do it here with cross country, and develop a rapport and a reputation that, hey, we're going to provide a great venue, we're going to provide a great experience, and we're going to deliver on everything that we have outlined in the proposal. And I think that if you can do that, that's going to move mountains. And just continuing to foster and build those relationships with the group in Indianapolis, it's massive toward that. I'm interested to see how the tight timeline, how that plays out, because as we've seen, the world continues to shift in college athletics, with everything that's happening in Washington D.C. And so, how does that in the next couple of weeks? How does that play out, and see how things go from there? So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I was about to say, hey, have we done a show since I was trying to think of my big announcement. Heck, we hadn't even talked about SEC softball coming.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Yeah, you had some big news on the horizon too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Congratulations.
forgot about that. Yeah, so we finally announced SEC softball's coming here for 20 starts. It starts in 27 and goes through at least 2030. So we're excited to get that underway. Changing our minor league baseball park into a softball stadium for a week. So, just an easy
Incredible,
little
Joel.
just a little 24-hour construction project. That's all we got to do. So,
Hey, I have to give you a shout out too. We saw a Trash Panda hat walking around Palisade the other day. It's like,
shut up.
yeah. I was like, I tried to get a picture, but I couldn't do it without being super creepy. So, but it was out here.
the guys at the Trash Pandas have been fantastic partners with us, and they have been uber supportive of this softball concept because the team has to go out of town for 2 straight weeks. They have to alter their schedule. They got to play a doubleheader the week leading up to SEC softball, so we can have the schedule to do the construction project, get everything done because teams got to practice on Monday afternoon. So, we're going to play a baseball game on Saturday afternoon, and then on Monday afternoon, 15 SEC teams are going to be coming to town to practice and see what the venue. And we've got to deliver on a championship experience that's unlike anything else in the sport. The gang in Oklahoma City does a phenomenal job. I got to go to the Women's College World Series here for a couple of days to see that, and then take some ideas back to how we're going to incorporate that into our stadium.
So is that a turf field?
No, grass.
So you're scraping the grass infield?
We will rip the grass up. We'll move home plate back 20 feet towards the backstop, and come back. And essentially we're going to put sod on the back half of the baseball infield, and so it reduces all the foul territory, all the things we need to get the softball dimensions put in place. And then that grass that we laid down on the baseball infield will then come back, and we will reuse that as the Trash Pandas infield when we reinstall the field after the tournament.
Jeez. Yeah, that is a huge partnership from Trash Pandas to be willing to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah. The city of Madison.
I think you had said, Joel, one of the upcoming shows, I think you were looking to kind of do an anatomy of this bid and kind of talk through, how you got this, because you've been working on this. I mean, you've been working on this for a while, and I think obviously you just gave some insight into what the Trash Pandas have, come to the table with on this in order to make this work. But I think, and know from private conversations with you, you have had to do a lot of different things within the community as well, and conversations to rally around this. And so, kind of a sneak peek, a little teaser for everybody for that upcoming show, just because I think it would give a lot of insight, Joel, and some different things that you had to go through, but also just so that people understand these things, that when we're talking about being creative and all of that, a lot of times it takes so much time, and I don't think even people in our industry sometimes always realize the depth and breadth that time could be. It can be a long game, and you have worked tirelessly to make this happen. I'm so proud of you, so excited for your community, and definitely something that you should be proud of as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny, and we talk about this all the time. I mean, and it kind of ties into what we're talking about with the NCAA bids. It took us, we went kind of speed dated with Conference USA. I didn't think we would get it when we bid on it for the basketball championship, but what we had done to that point with their beach volleyball, what we had done with cross country, they were like, okay, hey, these guys have something. And when they came and saw the neutral type basketball game, they're like, okay, this is where we can do our basketball tournament, and we can build a really great experience. And I think that's where just building that relationship and that reputation, we don't get SEC softball if we don't do CUSA basketball. And then the 4 years and the learning process, I can't tell you the number of different versions I've got of our proposal that we did probably 3 or 4 site visits with the SEC, athletic directors, leadership. We've had state leaders. We've had a ton of people that the city of Madison, Mayor Bartlett has been a huge supporter of this. And so being able to get this off the ground and showcase our area, and I say area because this is a Huntsville, Madison thing. Madison's our suburb of Huntsville, but it's where the Trash Pandas are housed. Everybody coming together to make something truly special happen. That if we do it right in the way we plan on, this is something that's going to stay here way beyond when I'm not here anymore. Which is it's kind of cool to have that kind of build that potential legacy program with it. So it's been a fun project. As a matter of fact, they're coming in next week for ESPN site visits, so we can figure out where the heck the cameras are going, because it is not where the baseball cameras are. We've also realized the dugouts are like acres compared to softball dugouts, so that's going to be fun to see what all we can do with that.
It's funny.
So, all right, we've broke Cherie's news, so that'll definitely get us at least a couple more views out of this today. Anything else we need to go over before wrapping up our summer episode? Guys, it's great to see you. Appreciate everybody joining in and watching us today. We will be back soon with our next episode. If you're interested in applying for Cherie's spot on the show, though, please reach out to us. We'll be doing auditions.
No. Hey, I'm going to be your guest.
Yeah,
Cherie's going to be the judge.
Yes.
We may do a whole reality show of tryouts to see how that could go. So if you're interested in joining us on the show, please let us know. Callers are standing by now. So appreciate you joining us for this episode of the Business of Sports Tourism Podcast. We'll see you soon.